If you're a fan of survival horror and cosmic horror, then The Sinking City 2 is a game you should definitely keep an eye on. This game was fun to play, but it has the fanbase talking about some changes to the game compared to its predecessor. Instead of putting detective work front and center, The Sinking City 2 embraces classic survival horror while keeping its Lovecraft-inspired atmosphere intact. John Scavenger here, and today we'll talk about The Sinking City 2, set to release on August 18th of this year. This demo actually was my first time playing the franchise, and if you think I should give the first one a try on the live stream, let me know in the comments. With this being my first time playing the franchise, I will solely judge the game on what was in the demo, but also want to acknowledge that there appears to be a change in the gameplay that has the fanbase talking. So, what exactly is this game, and what can you expect in it? The Sinking City 2 is a third-person survival horror game that is set in an alternate 1920s America. Unlike the first game, you will not be returning to Oakland. Instead, you'll explore the infamous city of Arkham, a place that fans of H.P. Lovecraft will instantly recognize. Arkham has been devastated by a supernatural flood. Streets are underwater, buildings are crumbling, and strange creatures roam what's left of civilization. It's a city that feels abandoned, yet somehow constantly watching you. From what I picked up reading the Steam discussion boards and posts on social media, one of the biggest changes in its gameplay, where the original Sinking City focused heavily on detective investigations, you spent most of your time searching for clues, solving cases, and piecing together mysteries. Whereas in the sequel shifts its focus dramatically, where now the survival has become the priority. Players will have access to firearms and melee weapons, but enemies are designed to be threatening rather than disposable. You'll need to carefully manage your inventory and make every bullet count, much like in classic survival horror games. Exploration also plays a major role. Arkham isn't just a backdrop, it's a maze of flooded streets, abandoned homes, and forgotten buildings filled with secrets, puzzles, and terrifying encounters. The city itself almost feels alive, constantly reminding you that something ancient and incomprehensible has taken hold. Resources are limited, ammunition is scarce, every encounter can be dangerous, and deciding whether to fight or avoid enemies becomes an important part of the experience. I cannot comment on how the combat compares to the first game, but what I experienced honestly felt very familiar. You see, the run-in-the-mill undead will have little pockets grow on them that are an orange and red tint. Something we've seen in so many games, and most noticeable in the Resident Evil series. So there's nothing really groundbreaking, and something I wish would have been different to give the game its own similar style to go with its unique setting. If you've read Lovecraft stories, you know they're less about jump scares and more about the fear of the unknown. And that is exactly the atmosphere the studio is aiming for with this game. When you play the game, you should expect grotesque monsters, disturbing environments, and a constant feeling that reality itself is beginning to unravel. Instead of simply throwing enemies at you, the game wants you to feel uneasy every time you enter a new location. There still seems to be some sort of detective mechanic in the game, but the demo didn't really seem to focus on that too much. From what I pick up, the detective mechanic and its clues are now optional. Players who enjoy investigating mysteries can still uncover hidden stories, solve side cases, and discover additional lore about Arkham and its residents. However, these investigations won't stop the game's pacing. If you're mainly here for the horror, you can focus on surviving instead. Visually, The Sinking City 2 does not disappoint, and it appears they've put the Unreal Engine to good use here, which we can see as the game features detailed environments, realistic lighting, and atmospheric weather effects. Dark alleyways, flooded streets reflecting dim straight lines, and decaying interiors all help create a world that's both beautiful and deeply unsettling. Overall, The Sinking City 2 looks a really strong game here, but it does seem that the game is having mixed reception from the fanbase, which is understandable when the gameplay has a complete shift from detective horror to a horror survival in the style of Resident Evil. The demo felt promising to me, and I enjoyed the environment the most. Locations seem intriguing and has been put together so nicely that you just stop and look around from time to time to take in the details of Arkham. Whether you're a longtime fan of cosmic horror, someone who enjoys tense survival gameplay, or you're simply looking for your next atmospheric horror adventure, this is definitely a title worth watching. So what do you think? Are you excited about the Sinking City 2, or are you waiting to see more before you jump into it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.